Have you ever felt like you're running on a treadmill, but the finish line keeps moving backward? You work hard, you save every penny, but when you go to the grocery store or look at a house, your dollars just don't snap, buy what they used to. Right now, in 2026, something historic is happening. The world is having a repricing of trust. For decades, we trusted the US dollar as the ultimate safe haven. But with new global trade wars, massive Trump tariffs, and the dollar losing 9% of its value in just the last year, that trust is cracking. Silver has nearly quadrupled. Gold has smashed through $5,500 an ounce. This isn't just a price spike, it's a signal. Today, I'm going to show you why the world is losing faith in the paper in your wallet, what debasement actually means for your life, and how everyday people are using physical assets to protect their future. Let's get real about your money. Part 2. The Death by 1,000 Cuts, Understanding Debasement. Let's talk about a word Wall Street loves to hide behind: debasement. It sounds fancy, but for you and me, it's just an invisible tax. Imagine I give you a gallon of milk, but every night I sneak into your kitchen, pour out 10% of the milk, and refill it with water. The jug still looks full, right? But the next morning, your cereal tastes thin. A week later, it's basically just cloudy water. That is what's happening to the US dollar. In 2026, the government is caught in a trap. To pay for massive debts and navigate these new trade wars, they have to keep the printing press hot. When you flood the world with more dollars, each individual dollar you worked for becomes less scarce. It loses its structure. This is why gold versus Bitcoin 2026 is the biggest debate in every coffee shop right now. People are looking for anything the government can't just print more of. The recent 2026 tariffs have acted like a giant wall. While they aim to protect U.S. jobs, they also make everything we import more expensive. When the dollar weakens, the things we need, fuel, tech, materials, cost more. This double whammy is why retail investors are fleeing paper assets. They realize that while a dollar is a promise from a government, a piece of silver is a physical reality that has been valued for 5,000 years. Part 3. The Silver and Gold Revolution. Why 2026 is different. Now, you might be thinking, Dishku, gold is for billionaires in vaults. Not anymore. In 2026, the everyday investor has taken over. Silver is the real shocker this year. It hasn't just grown, it has exploded, quadrupling in price. Why? Because silver is the working class gold. It's used in every EV battery, every solar panel, and every AI chip that's driving our world right now. We are facing a massive supply squeeze. There simply isn't enough physical silver to meet the 2026 tech demand and the demand from people like you trying to save their wealth. This ties directly into real estate. Why are house prices still staying high even when interest rates are wonky? Because people aren't just buying homes anymore, they're buying stores of value. In a world where you can't trust the currency, you buy things you can touch. Land, gold, silver, these are the three pillars of 2026. Central banks from India to China are dumping their U.S. treasuries and buying gold at record rates. They are prepared for a multipolar world where the dollar isn't the only king. If the biggest banks in the world are trading their paper for metal, shouldn't we be paying attention? It's about moving from return on my money to return of my money. Part 4. The Practical Path, Protecting Your Future Self. I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to prepare you. You don't need to be a millionaire to start. You just need a shift in mindset. Start looking at your savings not just in dollars, but in hours of your life. If you save $100 today, will that $100 still represent the same 5 hours of work in 5 years? Based on the current trend of dollar debasement, the answer is likely no. Practical steps for 2026.
Diversify into the physical. Whether it's fractional gold, silver coins, or even digital gold ETFs that are backed by the real thing, get some exposure to assets that can't be debased. Real estate over speculation. If you're a beginner, look into REITs or fractional real estate if a whole house is out of reach. Education over hype. Don't chase the silver price prediction of $500 tomorrow. Buy because you understand the value, not just the price. The repricing of trust is an emotional journey. It's scary to realize the system is changing, but it's also an opportunity. By moving a portion of your wealth into things that have survived every empire in history, you're giving your future self a massive head start. You're building a bridge across the gap of uncertainty. The world is changing, but your financial safety doesn't have to be a gamble. If you want to see more Dishku deep dives into 2026 trends, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Drop a comment below. Are you team gold, silver, or still sticking with the dollar? Let's talk about it.